In an evening flowing through a quiet street, the decision to allow me to be free was almost non-existent. I didn't get a chance to quite say hello as she walked past the corridors and onto her next meeting place. I thought I might be able to embrace and greet her, but I felt that the feeling would not be mutual. Eventually, I thought to myself that emotions could possibly get out of control. There was a feeling, consistent disturbing thoughts within me, but obviously I could not hold on to my inner wind to make ends meet. So, as I sat there with a withering smile thinking about the weather, pondering which way the wind may blow, I continued on to my plan for the night. I had another glass and forced upon myself the social fixture for the soul. After the consistent intentions of men and women singing, I fed myself another puzzle to be glued upon with my irradical conclusions. There, I said to myself, is the dilemma. There was a gentleman who offered me a soothing relief in a small tiny fixture. I figured that it would only make things worse to what I intentionally had planned for the night. I said to myself, I better say no. But then again, I've been searching for a hollow way to end the evening. So as I stood around mucking about the way people flow in this constant ambience, I sat there quietly for a minute while the substance would take over my soul, smiling, feeling, soothed as if heaven dropped its glittering salvation onto my body and soul. I met a girl who I had not seen since 1994. She recognized me and politely asked, "Where have you been? I often wondered what your life was like before." I stood there motionless, feeling the constant wrinkle. Some might say it's a grin or an arrogant smile. She intrigued me with her constant moving lips, her words spilling by the side of her mouth while her thoughts pierced me with her eyes. She was explaining how she thought I had a different style. Her hand was on me, pulling, shaking, pulling, taking me a step closer, half seas over. I was considering how I could begin to babble with the other girl I was with for the night. I should probably concentrate onto the one I had my fingers gripped on. The dilemma of a typical night, but whether I would make it through the night without the feeling of stupidity within me, to have to explain to myself in the morning the selfish, loathing creature I would become. I created an obsolete heart for the night. I tried to look at one through the mirror image across from me while the other one waited patiently. Meanwhile, messing with another in a shallow water closet across the hall. My thoughts were angled but made perfect sense to me. Tonight belonged to me and this is my world. The thought of me landing onto another empty seat, I said to myself, this night was rather pleasant and now it's time to go home. Fortunately, I climbed through and into the end of the night, quietly, warm, soothed in unknown pleasures, embraced in strangers' arms, meeting up in my peaceful abode.